my favorite toy and why? Well, my favorite toy is Legos. Oh wait, just kidding. I was wondering why there was a question not at all related to Jainism. I will actually be answering what my favorite Tirth is and why. That explains it. Ekeku daglu bade, shetrunja samoje, rushapa kahe bhavakrodana, karma kapavete. That's right, my favorite Tirth is the Shatrunjay Tirth in Palitana. I'll talk about my experience, the history, and some interesting facts about Shatrunjay. So first, let me tell you about a story. This story captures a moment that was life-changing for me and taught me something about myself that I never knew. And it also is why Shatrunjay Tirth is my favorite. This story is from December of 2022, the most recent time I went to Palitana and did the Jatra. As we were approaching the Taleti, the foothill of the mountain, my parents asked me if I would need a dolly. It is that shoulder-carried cart that you hire for people who can't climb the mountain on their own. I wasn't sure, but parents being parents, they went ahead and rented one for me anyways. So we started walking up from the Taleti and we passed many temples along the way. Every few minutes, my dad kept asking me if I wanted to use the dolly. But I was feeling fine, so I kept going. Before I knew it, we had reached Dada no Darbar, and not once did I need to use the dolly. Same thing on the way down. They thought I would be tired and hungry by now because we hadn't had any food during the climb. But I reached the bottom without needing to use the dolly. I don't know if it was the magic of the land or the blessings of Rushabdev Bhagwan, but it revealed something in me that I didn't know existed. It taught me that I could climb any mountain, physical or metaphorical, in my life. It also gave me a minuscule hint of the inner strength that our Tirthankars must have had to find within themselves in order to attain moksha. This is the reason why Shatrunjay is my favorite Tirth. Not because it is the most significant Tirth for Jains, although it is, not because countless souls have gained liberation from the cycle of birth and death, although they have, but because it opened my eyes to what's possible with the right determination. Okay, now that we're done with the story, let's get into the history and facts of Shatrunjay. Now I won't talk about the Babunu Derasar or Hingraj no Haro or Rayan Paduka because I'm sure you all know about all these different temples. But did you know how many temples there are in the main complex? 108. Isn't that a perfect number? How many temples in total are there? 865. If you were to visit a different temple every day, it would take you almost 2.5 years to visit all of them. Now, when were the first temples on the Shatrunjay hills made? According to historians, it was made in the 11th century. It was constructed by a very devoted Jain patron named Kumarpal Solanki. He started what is to be the most visited Tirth in all of Gujarat, with about 2.5 million people visiting each year to do the Jatra. This land is also sacred because it is where Adinath Bhagwan delivered his sermon, which is why the main temple, as you know, is dedicated to Rushabdev Bhagwan. Now, do you know what's the meaning of Shatrunjay? It means place of victory against our inner enemies, and people come here to shed their karmas. This Tirth has 108 different names. One of those names is Pundarikgiri. Anyone know why? Because this is where Pundarik, the grandson of Lord Adinath and the son of Bharat Chakravarti, attained salvation. And when you look up at the marvelous glow of the temples, you wonder how the artisans who made these temples did it. Because back in that time there weren't any tools. All you could use were abrasive cords. In conclusion, every W, that is every step on the Shatrunjay Tirth, brings our Atma one step closer to the beautiful place of moksha. And even though I said in the beginning that this story is not about Legos, connecting multiple tiny little pieces, making a beautiful structure in the end, isn't that the story of Legos too? Thank you and Jai Jindra everyone.